additional monies, but it's based on, you know, what type of argument we bring to the table, what type of ownership and dollar wise we bring to the table, and then they'll look and see whether they want to fund, because it's just a line item, it's not a promise and nothing else like that, it's just a space that we can request to fill in. And so then it's, you know, what our capabilities are, and as Mr. Thompson said, you know, even going out there and doing $500,000 loan on a truck, you know, well worth it, but that's everything this town will have. There won't be anything else being done. So I like the idea. I think your heads together and you say, who are those people we want to invite, and then set that plan. Now you have a plan. We have some names we invite, and we start moving forward with working that fundraising financing piece.
I honestly think, I know nobody wants to hear this, but I think the county really ought to take over all of the fire departments. And there'll be a fire tax so that you can have the money and it's spread over the entire county and everybody has got the money that they need. Nobody wants to hear that. It's just like school taxes. If you, in certain places, if you want to send your kids to the best school, you move where they've got a tax and goes to that. And same thing with fire, rescue, all that. It just, I just don't see this community being able to support the fire department and the means that they want to be supported. Just the people in the town limits. You have a bigger area that you serve, but the only people that can be taxed or, you know, required to pay for this are just the people in the city limits. And that's not fair. It really isn't. And they get you out on the highway all the time. Y'all stay out on the highway, sweeping up stuff and, you know, working wrecks and things like that, but it's not in the interest of the town, really.
You can say that about the police department.
Yeah.
I mean.
But they, I don't expect they go out of the town limits as much as y'all do.
Okay.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, we dispatch, we go.
Yeah.
So who do you envision inviting to this group?
I think some members of industry, you know, industrial parks and things like that. Certainly those people get the benefit of something like this. Chatham Hall and Hargrave. Chatham Hall could buy it and give it to us if they wanted to. And Hargrave, I don't see it.
No, so I wish we could.
Well, yeah, it's just, you know, there's more money over there.
It's more money out.
Women have all the money, you know. It doesn't make like Chatham. That's true. But, I don't know. So what's the deal? We gonna vote on this truck?
You gonna recommend, I mean, that's what, for the police vehicle, you need to make a recommendation from the committee to push up towards,
Are you getting any,
for the council.
USDA?
You recommend, we're gonna go into the budget, and then by the time it comes up to the budget side, it'll be there as a recommendation from the committee.
I'm glad of that.
Yeah.
He'll put it where it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a motion on the police call?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve for the budget purposes only, the police call. That's listed.
You want it?
I'll second it.
Okay,
You're voting for council, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
just
yeah,
so
we
we
part
get
of
it out
that,
in front of
it
him.
just allows us to stick it in there.
all right, motion by Thompson, seconded by Bishop. Are you gonna assign a dollar value, or are you just gonna put the vehicle itself right now?
$65,254.27. That's the amount.
The committee recommends to council.
Included the purchase of the vehicle.
For the fiscal year budget.
To consider as part of the budget.
I guess we need to call a meeting. Okay, hang on, all right, hang on just a second, Trace, I'm sorry. The 2025 Ford F-150. And the value's gonna be $65,000.
$254.27.
Alright, for the 25-26 budget.
I don't need it.
Alright, so I'm gonna take the roll, Teresa, for the police and fire, so that's gonna be Bishop. Bishop?
Yes.
Easley Yes. and Thompson.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna take the roll on Riddle,
Yes.
and Thompson,
Yes.
okay? Yes, ma'am.
And I guess we'll need to set up another meeting on the, fire department with invited guests. And,
To discuss.
Yeah, for equipment, capital improvement equipment.
yeah,
Do you have, is there someone you do not, let me ask this question. Is there someone I should not invite? Because I'll reach out to industry and we'll,
Probably mention that later,
um,
who not to invite.
well, I mean, it's preference, and this is not a closed meeting. I'll go out there and invite, industry, so as I look at it, so we'll have Chatham Hall and Hargrave at the table, invite them to the table. I look at Sardimer and, or Arkiva and,
Ennis.
That's Columbia Forest.
Ennis and Columbia Forest and, Polynet. So especially the two big chemical plants, right, because that's a place you wanna have standoff capability and get up above. Columbia Forest,
So everybody in the park. They don't leave anybody out.
Ag complex,
what,
the ag complex.
So that,
Okay.
so you'll reach out to these,
we'll reach out, we'll, kind of frame the purpose and the goal, and then get their, yes, we wanna participate and come in, and
then we'll set up a
we'll
meeting.
set up the meeting and. Could be important.
Okay.
Be a daytime meeting, right? It'd be a daytime meeting,
Well, it can be.
have lunch.
That would get them out, wouldn't it?
Are you buying, Bob?
In the daytime,
That would get them
have
out.
lunch with family check.
See, boring you.
Okay, is there anything else you got, Nick?
No, and then when we go into the next, just because we're talking budget, when we go to March's budget work session, then we will talk, we've got our dollar amounts laid out there for expected revenue and discretionary discretionary dollars. And then we'll lay out, like, what the rescue squad, their max ask, the fire department, their max ask on the operational side, he's on the operational side. And then we'll lay those dollars against the priority, because the council at the last meeting talked about fire safety being up at the top. And then we'll lay out those other, projects and their cost, and then what available dollars are out there, so that we can start looking at those discretionary funds and landing across request.
So we haven't really addressed the rescue squad at all, have we? With the dollar amount.
Not yet.
I know they appealed us for 20 grand for a roof, which didn't sound like a.
Well, they have, and I have their request in here, they basically, like I said, we'll lay that out there, because they have and I broke it down by building, equipment, not including the new truck, and they're asking for a new truck that they're doing fundraising for also, but it's, they just broke it down in that request. Kind of like, when the fire department will come in, we'll say, here's their max ask, and kind of here's their lines of priorities. And that way, everyone can look at and see what those dollar amounts are in, competition with everything else, other projects, and go, here's what we have to spend, how do we want to parse it out?
Can I ask a question on that? Just out of curiosity, and I'm gonna say this, and this is not meant to offend anybody, but as it stands, y'all own the fire department. I just wanna clarify something. The rescue squad is a separate entity. They bill for what they do. They got money for their ambulance from the county. There's a lot of other factors involved in that little situation that.
I got a question for you,
Yeah.
all right? I've been in the insurance business for 40-some years. There's such a thing as basic fire insurance policy. And it's the founding document for homeowners and business owners and all this kind of stuff. And in that same language, so 205 words, not that it means anything, but within that, there's a benefit of $500 for fire. Now, you could charge that to every fire that y'all put out. You really should, and you could be in the same position, and you're not taking advantage of anybody, because if they've got an insurance policy, it's not any sweat off their
Just
back.
be passed through.
Yeah,
Well-
it's not gonna hurt, the insurance company's not even gonna care, you know, cause it's right in there. And if you had to fight a fire, I'm sure turning out as many people as you do and go through that, you would earn $500 very quickly.